Fellas, how's it going? How's it going? I think I just peeked my mic there, apologies. Welcome to OB23, I think it is now, which is the Daji update. Very big update for us today, or I guess Tuesday, it's now Wednesday. Great news though, right? Big update, absolutely big update for us. There's a lot of balance changes, but we're starting with voiceover because me and Charlie were talking too much rubbish, so that's why we're here today. Starting off nice and simple, look at Daji's towers, the movement, everything about her is great. She feels great to play. She's very high burst, very low HP is how I would describe her. I feel like she's not very good in a joust, but a lot better in a conquest. Starting off, we have Daji. She's an assassin type role, ported from Smite 1. She's got melee basic attacks, her damage type is physical, and her scaling type is strength. Her passive is Tortured Blades. That means all attacks and non-ultimate abilities cause enemies to bleed, which we're about to see in a second. I'm going to use my free, which is a blink onto the enemy, and just absolutely annihilate the enemy Daji, because once again, high damage, low HP. Her one ability, I'm not sure if you can see, is an active. You kind of toggle it, and that means your next successful attack will slow. It also deals bonus physical damage and physical damage every 1 second. And the nearest enemy god below a health threshold is marked, reducing the ability's cooldown rapidly. Hitting a marked enemy god with this ability permanently increases its damage. The 2, which I'm hoping we'll see in a second. That's her 2. She has the sweeping claw attack called 1000 Cuts. You strike head of the enemy 4 times, dealing physical damage, and you gain movement speed and mitigate damage dealt by enemies behind you. Additionally, you're slow immune and strafe immune to. We got a pause coming up here, which I'm not sure if I'll skip over. Although let me skip over this. Alright, we are back after skipping over that. Unfortunately, our guy had zoomed in on controller and didn't know how to zoom in. Our lovely Achilles, bless him. Your free ability is that... well, here's the ult. Let's do that first. Your ultimate is the Polo. You rise into the air, you shoot 3 chains. It's different to Smite 1. Each shot slowly pulls the enemy towards you, with the middle doing extra damage, I believe. And after 3 shots, you can jump off the location. And lastly, our free, which we might see in a second. There it is. It's the blink towards the enemy. You deal physical damage in an area of effect. Now that is Daji for now. I'll leave the gameplay to play. It's quite a fun game, and I'll do the patch notes real quick because there's a lot to unpack today. Fellas, welcome back to the patch notes side of things, which is now me in a slightly different audio room. About that Aladdin game, huh? No, I'm joking. Anyway, we'll start off nice and quick. We've got a lot to unpack. Daji has the aspect of ferocity. Horrible burns no longer burns, but provides lifesteal and lasts for a shorter duration. 1000 Cuts is a shorter duration and fires 2 swings instead of 4, but increases the attack speed threshold and deals additional damage. And Tricks the Spirit does less damage but provides an attack speed boost. Seems like it's a good way of making attack speed Daji. Very excited for that on this Friday. Anyway, we've got a new event called the Yule Fest. You can all see it. I'm not going to go into too much of it, but you collect peppermint candies and you can get free cosmetics. Very cool. The Wandering Market path is also refreshed. So to start with, we got some quality of life and new player improvements. The Conquest map has been improved again for more lighting, just making it overall more polished, including a stealth grass apparently, because I've just read that, and some subtle god rays as well. And we've also got the player badge display in friend and custom game menus, Wandering Market music, and a few other general changes. We have time for some big ones, the game mode balance. Start off with Conquest, right? Conquest the Pathfinder, which is the speed buff or the yellow buff. It no longer provides the health and mana on jungles, monsters slain. Instead, those have been moved to jungle starters, which is great because it means that if someone steals your speed count, whether they're trolling or just bad at the game, you don't get affected so negatively. They've changed the kill formula so that you have a decreased based XP reward, but also a decreased comeback mechanic. So killing someone who's ahead of you no longer gives so much gold and XP, which stats are on the screen. Following that, God respawns have been reduced early game, and also the overall threshold has gone from 30 minutes to 20 minutes. So you actually get the longer cooldowns at 20 minutes rather than 30 minutes into a game. It will speed up the early game, not make death so punishing, but also speed up the game overall, because at 20 minutes we're now getting long cooldowns. To compensate for that, the base teleporters have been increased, which means you won't be able to get back to lane so quickly. The Moonlight phase has an increased shard spawn rate when you've won the ritual, as the lane minions have had more deliberate movements, so they don't feel so sporadic and random, and just overall better. Their spread formations are better and their movements are slightly better, as well as their targeting. Assault has also had reduced respawn timers because they were awful as far as I'm aware, and the teleporter cooldown in Assault has been changed from 240 seconds to 60, so that's kind of cool. And Arena has had more tickets to compensate. After that, we have item balance. All the healing up potions, including Health Chalice and Multi Potion, have decreased healing but longer duration, meaning an overall increase to heal in the long term. We have a change to Elixir Strength and Intelligence. They now only have 6-minute duration and don't stack. I do not like this change. The permanent stacks were far better. Agility Relic has been nerfed. It has doubled cooldown from 10 seconds to 20 and is now available in ranked. I know that this is overall a negative thing. I've seen it happen a lot in the Reddit that people are complaining. Let me know how you feel about Agility Relic, but sure. Bumba's Dagger and Bumba's Spear have had a few damage changes, removing what looks like true damage. The flat rate of true damage have made it percentage based. The same goes for Bumba's Cudgel, with a few health changes in between. Sanguine Lash has been reworked to be cheaper, increased strength and decreased lifesteal, and now has a new active, removing the 5% damage active that it had before. This now increases lifesteal. Lifebinder, a very heavy meta item, has been decreased by almost half from its base damage and base healing. A few other balance changes are there too. Devo's Gauntlet has had decreased lifesteal but increased strength. The Reaper has removed all stacking mechanics and an increased strength bonus, also got a new Moonlight phase benefit. The Sphere of Negation has been reworked to be cheaper but do less stats overall, as well as gained a new shield mechanic. Anti-heal items have now been adjusted and changed. They now have a new area in the shop and have had some of their old features included. The main one I will talk about is Stygian Anchor, which is a new item made for tanks. It's very overtuned at the moment. It's a 2,500 cost item. It gives you 25 physical and magical prop, as well as basic attack power. And when you hit someone, a god, they get a Stygian Sludge, and Stygian Sludge causes -3 movement speed, -3 attack speed, and 4% healing stolen. Which, the problem is, it kind of encompasses too much. It does both like a Frostbound mechanic, a slowing attack speed like Witchblade in Smite 1, as well as stealing health. Very, very strong item overall, I'd say. We've also moved Divine Ruin, Kin's Blade, Avenging Blade and Contagion have all had minor changes and been put under anti-heal. God balances have had some changes. Ranged God's projectile speed have been adjusted to always be a flat 17.6 meters a second. Mages before only had 16. This means that everyone's got standardized attacked projectile speed. Means flicking between Hunter and Mage doesn't feel as bad or as difficult to adjust to. There's been some leap adjustments, just adjusting for build-up times. Some people have had reductions, some people have had increases, and they also have had their leap tween time adjusted to make the animation cleaner to their adjusted build-up time. This means people like Huyi and Unhurt. Huyi has an increased build-up time, but Unhurt, Ula, Neef and Carly have decreased build-up time, but in turn also change their tween time. Healers have been buffed to increase their healing. This means Aphrodite, Guan Yu and Ra's heals all do more now to adjust for the anti-heal changes. Ranged supporters have been adjusted. These are people that were too strong in support role for basically just being mages with good support kit. People like Baron, Yamoa and Set have been adjusted accordingly to have reduced damage on either that aspect or just their normal to make them not as good in the support role as they once were. On to some other big things is Agni aspect has had a change in damage because it's doing too much early game. Aladdin has been reworked. I've heard mixed bag on this. Some people really like it, some people don't. His main thing is a bunch of stat changes and the genie charges have been changed from 2 to 1. As well as a lot of other just minor tweaks to make it up to you. The lamp no longer heals or does a reset, it now applies shield, and other combatants entering do less damage and take less damage while in the lamp. Bellona's had a nerf, just a few damage across the board as well as disarm duration. Kanuna's brambles now have increased damage and his ult now applies your current season effect, which is a great change. And Osiris aspect has been nerfed to do less scaling. Alright, so that's it for the patch notes. Very mixed opinions on the patch notes this time round. Like the Aladdin change, some see as really good, less painful to play against, and you know, actually still encompasses the problem. Other people say it ruins the character, removes his whole thing. So who knows? I don't have an opinion yet, you know. I don't like the elixirs because I like the shortened end game. Other people say that it makes tanks more viable. Just stuff like that. It's very hard to like please everyone. I'm just watching myself. Oh, kill that Daji, look at that, huge. But yeah, no, let me know how you feel about the update so far, if you like it, if you don't. I like the changes. I also think there's some very questionable changes, like Stygian Anchor. Seems like it was just the same issue that Sanguines had, but now just a different item after they finally nerfed Sanguines to be one thing. It's just very strange. I'm also not a huge fan of Daji as a character, but I might actually pick her up in jungle now because she seems like a lot of fun. Very, very bursty all of a sudden. I do like her change to her ult. I know a lot of people didn't or don't. It just makes it one less Ares ult now that we've got like 4 already in the game, being like Cerberus, Ares, and what's her name? The mage that was added that can do the ranged one. You can just agility relic out, whatever, you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, great kill from me there, just throwing that out there. Yeah, I like it. I do like the update, but I can't say I'm as excited for it as I was like the Asset update. It's one of those that it's going to take a lot of getting used to, especially like the kill cooldown timers just change so much about the pacing of the game. But hopefully I can wrap this up with force an unheard dash there. What will I do? Attack Fire Giant. Also, Daji just seems to... There's a surrender from them. I was going to say, Daji just melts Fire Giant or Lost Knight very quickly. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this update. I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll just see the stats right now. As you can see, fair bit of damage. Ganesh beat everyone, damn. Anyway, see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.